So today we're going to have a look at calculating an enthalpy change using enthalpy of combustion data. So we're calculating the enthalpy of formation of ethanol given the following enthalpies of combustion. So the first thing we have to do is write an equation for the formation of ethanol. And if we remember our enthalpy of formation definition, it's formation of 1 mole of a compound from its elements in their standard states under standard conditions. So we're forming 1 mole of ethanol. And the elements being carbon and hydrogen and oxygen. Then to balance that, we'd need 2 carbons, 3 hydrogens, and half oxygen. Okay, so now we can put in our enthalpies of combustion. We're given enthalpies of combustion data. Our arrows will go away from our substances into combustion products. So for carbon, is minus 393. So the enthalpy changes are per mole, and for carbon we've got 2 moles here, so we'll times that by 2. And for hydrogen, minus 286. And for 3 moles, that will be times by 3. And for ethanol, minus 1,371. That's for 1 mole of ethanol, so we can leave that as it is. So down here we could write combustion products. And we could put the combustion products in. Carbon, we would get carbon dioxide, and for hydrogen, we would get 3H2O. And then calculate the enthalpy change. We'll call it X for this formation of ethanol. Then 3 ways we can do this. We could say that as the reaction is going to the right, we'd be going with these arrows, but against the product arrow. So X would equal 2 times minus 393 and 3 times minus 286. Because we're going against the arrow for ethanol, we change the sign of that to plus 1,371. And that equals minus 273 kilojoules per mole. So our enthalpy of formation for ethanol is minus 273 kilojoules per mole. We can check that by looking at a couple of other methods of doing this. So we could say for this cycle that clockwise arrows will equal anti-clockwise arrows. Our clockwise arrows would be X and minus 1371. our anti-clockwise arrows would be 2 times minus 393 and 3 times minus 286. And then we just rearrange that, we'd get x equals 2 times minus 393 add 3 times minus 286, then add 1371. Now it's exactly the same equation we had before, and we can just double check we get the same answer. So 2 times minus 393 and 3 times minus 286, and then add 1371, and again we get minus 273 kilojoules per mole. And the other way of doing this, to say if you're given combustion data, then the enthalpy change will equal reactants. Enthalpy change for the reactants minus the enthalpy change for the products. And the reactants would be 2 times minus 393 plus 3 times minus 286. And take away enthalpy change for the products, which is minus 1371, and that changes 2 times minus 393 and 3 times minus 286, and that changes to add 1371, and we've got exactly the same equation we had before. That would give us minus 273 kilojoules per mole. So 3 different methods, but all give us the same answer. And I'd suggest using the first 2 methods because we don't have to remember an equation, we can just use a cycle. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll be doing another A-level chemistry video next week. Bye-bye.